Wow. No one's
Damn.
showing up, huh?
This meeting is
I
being
got everything showing
recorded.
up. Hold on. I only let you in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna yeah, we got a lot of people in the waiting room. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just do a little talk, little intro, get everything started, and then sorry, I just got back from the gym.
You're good.
Yeah.
And then I'll share my screen.
Yep. Here, I'm gonna make you a co-host.
Okay. Thank you. Admit all?
Yeah, give me one sec. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm okay. Cool. Yep, go ahead. Let's let everybody in.
All righty.
Lost the screen. Where we at? Where we at? Oh, here we go. What's up? What's up, you guys? Can you guys hear me?
Good
You guys
morning,
hear
What's up,
me?
Bill.
Bill?
You guys
Good
ready?
morning. Bill.
Morning.
Hey, morning,
Good
Bill.
morning.
Get everything hopping on. Got us streaming on Facebook. Got us gonna be broadcasting. We got the Fathom in here. We're taking notes and recording things. Turn this into YouTube. Turn this into training for the future. All that good stuff. This is leveraging. I used to have these. I don't know if you guys knew, but I had these as well. You guys, a lot of you guys did, but a lot of the new ones, new agents that have joined us. We used to have these master classes. I forgot what I called them agent jump starts, but I used to turn these into my podcast. So I used to just have these recorded, and then I would turn these into our podcast manager, and he would make it into a cool podcast. Double whammy. So cool. Hey, we got 30 of us here. What's up? What's up? How you guys feeling today? Happy hump day. I got a couple of, we got Isha, we got Colleen, Mario, Mauricio, Eric, Rosanna, what's up? Today. That's it. That's all I got. The rest are faces. We're gonna see some more people being present. We got Hannah here, you guys. Hannah's gonna lead the way. Master class in the Zoom. All right, so why don't just touch base, kind of get everything started real quick. You guys already know that marketing and branding is important, right? Like you guys are aware of that. That's why you guys are here. You guys could continue to not do marketing and branding. The thing is, you'll never generate business the way you want. You're gonna just hope and pray that people call you, but that's not magic. Like that doesn't, it's not possible. Okay, one of the things that I always tell people, especially when I'm talking to new agents that are looking into, just got licensed. This is my line that I'm using now. I say, imagine you literally just started a restaurant. You wanted to open up a restaurant. You love the future of it. You were like, man, I want to open a restaurant. I got awesome food. I cook amazing. Like I'm the best chef in the world. I'm gonna open up a restaurant and all that other stuff, right? Think of if you were going to do that, what do you need to do to be able to get that started? Like, how are you going to have people come to your restaurant and come understand how good your food is, right? Another idea is a contractor, right? If you were a contractor and you were amazing, you know how to build custom homes like nobody else. You have the best hammer in the game. You have the best woodworking, the best custom, like you're amazing. But how are you going to get people to know that? How will you get to know people to hire you to build their custom dream home, knowing that you're better than the other contractors that are out there? Same thing if you're a restaurant owner. How are you going to be known that you're a better restaurant than the ones down the street? So the mindset behind, marketing and branding, the better marketer is going to be any better salesperson any day of the week. I've heard that a couple times at a couple conferences. Have you guys heard that before? So basically, like if you're an amazing salesperson, you could sell a house better than anybody else. But if that same client sees another agent that's doing more marketing and more branding, and they see them more than the other person that's a better salesperson, at the end of the day, who do you think is going to be portrayed the better agent? The one they see the most, or the one that they don't see that often? Right? So think of it as like you guys just opened up a restaurant. You have your name out front. That's all you've done. You have an amazing interior design. You have an amazing chef, right? You have an amazing sign out front. Now what? Like, how are you going to get people through the door? How are you guys going to understand? Like it's the same thing when you get your real estate license. You guys are opening up a restaurant, right? Like, think of it that way. Like, how are you guys going to get people to come in? How are you going to get people to reach out to you that's wanting to buy or sell a home? And like that's the mindset. Like, dude, there's so many techniques of marketing and branding. It's not just social media. You don't have to do any social media at all and kill the game. But you got to do some kind of marketing. You have to do some kind of branding. And if you don't, you're just never going to generate any business. You're gonna be like one of those restaurants that fail. How many of us in real estate, how many times do we hear that? How many agents don't last a year, 2 years in the business? Don't we hear the same thing about restaurants? It's the same thing. Business is business. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Running a business is running a business, right? How you guys are gonna win, social media and video is going to be, I would say, probably the easiest, most cost-effective approach to be able to get the results you're looking for faster and easier, more cost-effective than any other approach that's out there. So why go against the grain? Why go against the grain? Oh, I don't like doing video. Oh, I don't like the way people see me on there. Oh, I don't do social media. I don't like to post. I don't like, okay, that's cool. But like, what are the other techniques that you're going to, because we all know we need to market. We need to get your name out there. You got to do branding, right? So you can go door knocking. How often are you going door knocking? That say that. If you're not doing social media, how often do you go door knocking? Every day? Are you posting every day? Like, it's the same thing. What about mailers, right? Like, we talk about this a lot. Mailers cost a hell of a lot of money. I know a lot of us don't have that much money to put towards mailers and you know the thing about mailers is you're going to send out a piece of mail and you're not going to get anybody to reach back out the first time. So that means you're going to throw $1,000 out the window and know that you're going to have to basically do that for 6 months to finally start seeing results with mailers. That's what they say. It's a 6-month investment. That means if you put $1,000 a month, you're spending $6,000 a month on mailers, right? So I just want you guys to see going, like, if you're continuing to push and go against the grain. One thing that we go to a lot of these conferences and a lot of these meetings, and one thing that shocked me I think it was the Tom Ferry event. One thing that shocked me was they kind of stopped talking about video for the first time after years. You know why? Because they've been talking about video for years. And they understand if you're going to do video, like those people have already heard it. Now the new thing is AI and all this other stuff, right? But like that's where it's like, man, they stopped talking about it so much to where everybody should already be doing it. They already know that everybody should do it, or you're aware of it. So that's one of the things. It's like, man, we could keep going against the grain, or you could just not care about what anybody else thinks about you and just do you and win. With just shooting content, making videos, right? It takes months to build, right? And I think that's where, having this masterclass, like and I talked about this, I think it was on Monday, where I said, look, we go to these conferences and we go to these trainings, and a lot of the stuff we already know. And I'm taking this from Chet Black because hits me a lot, right? And this hits everybody. Like, I'm talking about the biggest teams leaders, biggest business leaders out there in the world continue to go to trainings. They continue to go to meetings. They continue to go to stuff like this, and they already know how to do this stuff. They already probably are aware of what they need to do. These are just reminders of what you need to do to almost like give you a little kickstart, a little kick in the ass. Like, yeah, I know I need to do it. Yeah, I know how to do social media. Yeah, I know how to do video. Yeah, I know how to post. I don't need to do that, right? But like going to these things and spending thousands of dollars on all these conferences and all that, like they're just reminders of things you already need to know what you need to do. And you're just hopefully it kicks your ass again to do it again. And that's what you guys are here for. You guys need reminders, right? Because most of you guys know. But with that said, I wanted to, definitely get Hannah. Hannah's been, probably, she just got licensed, right? She just got licensed with us. She's, started on her own, and, she wasn't really doing, much marketing or branding. Like she was doing a little bit, I think. I don't remember what your social media looked like, Hannah, like, before you actually like dove all in and you're like 100% into real estate. But I just want you guys to see her progress because you're on a year and a half. How many months are you? 2 years. 2 years. So within those 2 years, you guys, like that's like you guys got to see the difference. Like consistently, Hannah, how many people are reaching out to you every week?
Oh, it's so like sporadic, to be honest. So I can't answer that. I'm not having people reach out to me every week. I'm not there yet. But I've had, random people, whether it's new people following me or sphere of influence contact me, just sporadically. It's hard to say.
Okay. But you're seeing the consistency of people, coming to you and reaching out to you because they see things that you're doing. One of the things that I've heard too is that there's, the silent followers are the ones that are going to do deals with you. Forgot where I heard that from, or I think it was from one of our things that we did. But the silent followers, the ones that don't message you, the ones that don't like your stuff, the ones that don't react, are the ones that are consistently following you that will randomly call you, will randomly message you and say, hey, we've been following you, we've been watching your stuff, man, we're thinking about buying. I want to know, like, what do you think we need to do to get started? Right? I'm telling you guys, the branded leads are killing the game. Like you don't have to educate them. Like the moment you get one of those messages and in the moment that you get them pre-approved, it's so fast to get them in contact. Like so fast because they already know to listen to you because they know what you need to do. So there's no like, it's not like a Zillow lead where they don't know who the hell you are and you're trying to get them to write offers the way you need them to get them to write. And it takes a little while to get them trained and educated on what you need to get them to do. So it's like the branded lead versus the non-branded lead. And so Hannah's going to deep dive into the marketing, the branding of that she does to be able to start to get the consistency of people coming into your guys' DMs, calling you guys randomly, having text messages, friends and family that already know who you are, but now they see you a lot. It's you're reminding others, you're reminding people consistently of who you are and what you do. That's all this is. And stop going against the grain about this social media. Just jump all in and say fuck it and not care about what anybody else says. So Hannah, I want you to take it. You've been killing it. Nobody better to have than you. Like you can hear it from me all day, but I don't want to be the only one. Hannah is one of you guys, right? There's nobody else different. Like that's she's doing what you guys are doing. She has no magic pill, no special like potion or anything like that. Like she's a human just like you guys. Just got licensed, 2 years in the business. So with great pleasure. Hannah, let's make it happen.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, everyone. So it has been 2 years since I've had my license, but technically I joined the Davis team November 2022, I think. And so it's been just a little over maybe a year. It's been about a year and 3 months or so since I've actually really put myself out there. So that's the newer part. And I think when I first joined the team, I had like 300 followers, and I think that I don't have any really marketing background. So there's a little part of me that's like, I don't know why I'm doing any kind of conversations on marketing and branding. But I think one thing I did learn is just the power of consistency, because ever since I joined the Davis team, I made several commitments to myself and goals. And one of those goals were to, consistently post and put myself out there and market. I was very private prior to doing anything with Instagram. And even my husband had said things like, I'm surprised you share so much, because I'm like, I share everything now, when before I was so private. I mean, my husband didn't even know about my parents' property, like, anyway, I grew up in real estate, so it's just been a part of my life. So I've been always so private about money, business, all that stuff. And so November 2022 is when I was just like, you know what? I just need to put myself out there and let everybody know what I'm doing. And so yeah, so I think it's just consistency. So I'm really just in the same boat with you guys. Like, I don't have any degree or anything. I think it literally, what got me here is just the consistency and not caring what people think. Um, and so I'm going to share my screen here. And today's topic is going to be how to brand yourself on social media. Give me 1 second. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, how to brand yourself on social media, tips for creating engaging content. I have a few, like, thought-provoking questions here, but I hit on general things and then maybe give you some practical things to kind of take away. The biggest thing that I just wanted to hit on was your personal brand. I think in this business, it's so, like, all of us do what is it called? Like, copy and, repeat, or what is it? I don't know if anyone knows.
R&D, rip off and duplicate.
Rip off and duplicate. And so I think that's so good because it's efficient. It saves us a lot of time, and why redo something when it's been proven to be successful. But don't forget your personal brand. I have spent so much time in thinking about my brand, like the colors, the kind of images, what I want my viewers and my clients to perceive and understand about me through the screen. And so having your own personal brand is going to not only set you apart, but it's going to inspire you. You're going to actually have more fun posting, because it's going to feel more like you. And when we just R&D too much and we're copying everything we see just because, and it doesn't match us, and there's no consistency, you're not going to be able to get creative on your own. You're not going to have those creative juices flowing because you are just leaning too much on copying someone else's brand. And again, this is just like my own thought. And so just embrace.
To hit on that real quick, Hannah, too, though, is when you're R&D, though, like, you can't get creative juices happening if you're not doing anything. Like, it's impossible. So I think, like, it's okay to get started by copying other people and just doing what other people, so you could get that momentum happening, and then that's when those creative juices start happening. So
Yeah. I guess what I mean by personal brand is like your personality. Let your personality shine through the screen, right? How you talk, like, let that show through what you share. And like what Bill said, is the more we do this, the more we're going to be able to find that. But the first one that I wanted to say is just be intentional. So being refers to intentional process of creating and managing a unique identity and reputation for oneself. And so sometimes it does help to sit down and just think about, like, how, when someone looks at your page or looks you up online, like, what is the type of branding that you want to show? How do you want your personality and work ethic to show? The second one is be different. It helps individuals stand out in a crowded online space, build credibility and trust with your audience, and create valuable connections. And I think for me, one of the biggest ways to be different is to show my voice, to show my face. And I think that when we're interactive and we're, getting more and more comfortable being in front of the screen and talking. I think that the person on the other side of the screen is getting to know me and feel more comfortable with me, and I'm building that credibility because they hear my voice. And so once I get on a Zoom buyer's consultation or a phone call or meet them in person, they already feel like they know me. And so getting more comfortable with you know, showing your unique personality through your branding, I think is important. And then be consistent. And so consistency, I think a lot of times we'll get kind of caught on, you know, it has to look really good, or, you know, what else can I post? But sometimes it's just posting like stories, or posting the process of buying or selling a home, or posting some market updates, or any type of thing. It's just consistently showing up online. I think it's going to keep you in front of people's minds. And so I think that's been helpful too. And then the last one is be you. I think that with so much content being shown online, it's so important to be authentically you. And it's just, I know I sound like a gong and a broken record, but I think that people can tell when you're being you and authentically you. And so the more you show up as yourself, I think you're going to feel a lot more confident and attached to your brand, which I think really helped me do what I did. So this one I just did a little sample on ways to create content.
Oh shit. Para comprar casa. Para comprar. It's really hard to do it. On my lashes.
So I added that one. You guys all heard that, right? Okay. Okay, awesome. Hey, Daisy. I added that one just because it was a fun video. You know, I think that part of me was like, oh, should I add this? Like, it doesn't really add any value and stuff, but and stuff like that. So this one, different ways to create content. You can do visual content, so use of images, videos, infographics. It's always good to diversify your brand. And so adding reels, or just static posts, or even photos of yourself, or just fun photos throughout your day, or new listings, or sold, or gym pics, or whatever it is that you know, you want to post about, local highlights. But visually is always going to show up, obviously, because it's online. The other one is audio content. I've seen a lot of voiceovers lately where you post a video, you add some trending sound, and then you talk over the video. And so, for example, when you're doing home tours, or when you're highlighting a local restaurant, or you're just doing a quick voiceover about the process of buying a house, things like that, adding as much like, you know, quick value, stimulating entertainment, things like that is going to get people to watch your stuff more. Storytelling is really good, like telling stories about maybe a deal that you got, or how you got your client some credits, or maybe a really challenging thing that you helped your client overcome. Stories are really great to share. Music, finding trending audios. Trending music on Instagram, for example, or TikTok is going to kind of help with views. Sharing tips and value-added videos. So adding like 3 tips for sellers, or 3 mistakes that buyers make in their first home purchase, or things that you need to qualify for a home. So the audio. And then there's written content. So blog posts on your website, you can do that. Using Keeping Current Matters is really good. Bill gives access to that. And so that one gives us some data about the housing market and stuff like that. So that would be really good. Adding captions underneath your posts is really good too, because once someone is looking at your reel, you want to keep them on that reel as long as possible. And so you're having them see your video, you're bringing their attention down to your caption by saying things like, you know, see the answer below, or read more below, or let me explain below, things like that. And you're wanting to elicit comments or a call to action and things like that. So you're just bringing people in to engage with your social media. And then interactive content. So doing polls online, quizzes, live streams, or stories is what keeps people interactive, right? Like posting on your story and being like, how much do you think this house is? And having little polls and stuff. And honestly, even if only like 1 or 3 people are responding, let it go. Like, who cares? Like, let that one person respond. Just like post polls, post all these things that will engage. And sometimes, you know, my reels get very little views. Like, I'm at a point where I don't care. Like, I just post it because I liked it, you know? And so continuing to just show up because you want to, and not letting what other people think about you stop you. So I put this here just because I know there's so much information, but the biggest thing is just to start. Start with 1 reel a week or 2 stories a week, and just keep that as a goal to continue to show up. Because the longer we hold it back, it's like harder to do it. So start today.
Buyers, don't make this mistake. You need a plan. You need a strategy when you're buying your first home. And that's why it's important to talk to me. That way I can learn more about your situation, what you're looking for, help you strategize your next step, and get you set up so you're confident when you're buying that first house. Text me if you have any questions.
So this video was an example of like one way to gauge. I see that some videos like will take a little bit long to start the video. You want to have like a strong hook. So for this one, I think it was like, buyers don't make this mistake. You know, so if they're a home buyer, maybe the hope is that they would stay and watch the video. And then you have like only a few seconds to hook someone in and have them stay for a bit. And so you'll want to capture their attention. So I've seen some videos where, you know, or I've even done some videos where I'll edit because the first 2 seconds is silent. It's me thinking or looking blank into the camera or sighing or taking a breath or being like, hey, so, and I'll actually edit that sigh. I'll edit out that even millisecond of pause before, because I want the video to start right away with the hook, with the energy, whatever it is that I'm trying to say. And so it's the third point is don't waste time. Be as succinct as possible. You know, sometimes like when I'm scrolling or when I'm watching a video and it's like, hey, you know, today is like that's way too long, you know? So it's jumping right into it and saying, making it clear, where the viewer is not wasting time trying to understand what the video is about, you know? So instead of making it a long sentence, it's more like, today I'm at an open house. Let me show you what it's like when you visit an open house. Or today I'm showing my client a home. Let me show you what it feels like to see a home with me, or whatever it is. And then you go through the video and you're going straight to it so the viewer knows exactly what you're showing. CTA is call to action. And this one is where you're actually calling the viewer to action. And you're saying things like, if you want to check this home out, message me and let's schedule a private tour. Or if you want homes under 600 or coming soon properties, message me the word blank and I'll send it to you. Or comment below the word da 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 da. You're basically asking the viewer to do something. For the Dream for All is a good example, when it's like, hey, the portal opens on this date, message me so we can get you started with your game plan. So providing the viewer a next step so they know exactly what to do to reach out to you. And then a caption, like I said before, like providing a good caption underneath. And so if you were to screenshot this, or I can share this PowerPoint with you guys if you want afterwards. And so as you're creating these reels or stories, you can just go through this little list and be like, okay, I got a hook. All right, I'm getting their attention in the first 3 seconds, and I have a call to action. Can I do something with the caption? Maybe you're further explaining the importance of seeing home. Maybe you're explaining the importance of getting pre-approved in the caption, or you're saying, hey, there are 2 main ways to get pre-approved, and let me explain more in the caption below, or something, right? So you're going through this list and you're actually able to check off a few things, And then as you do that, you're going to get more in the habit of what you need to do to capture and engage the viewer more. You want to also diversify. I know Bill has mentioned this a few times. Like if you look at your Instagram page and they all look the same, it's more likely that your viewers are going to just keep swiping on you. Like they're going to be like, oh, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. People get bored really quickly, you know? So diversifying by adding different styles or different looks or different types of posts, like a post or a reel or a picture, or maybe just something that you love to do. Maybe you're a coffee snob and you want to post like the local coffees in the area, or you love your gym, whatever it is. Clean your lens is like just the funny one that I always say, but it's like always before you post or you record things, clean your lens. I see so many things where it's like the lens is like not the best quality, because when you post higher quality content, people are more likely to enjoy it, or at least I am. And so cleaning your lens, making sure that your camera setting is correct and that you're uploading it to where it looks like good quality. Providing a free resource is a great way to engage and saying, hey, I have a buyer's guide. Click the link here, or link is in my bio, or send me a DM and I'll send you my free buyer's guide. Providing that free resource is going to be great. Maybe you have it connected to a landing page where they have to submit their email. And so you get their contact and then you're able to work from there. Everybody loves free stuff, so that's always a good one. Maybe a checklist, like a home buyer checklist or a seller checklist, whatever it is that you can just create on Canva. Using trending topics, like if you go on TikTok and you search trending topic, or I think it's like there's a way to search trending, you can actually see what's trending. And on Instagram, you can actually find the trending songs. And so when you hop on these trends, you are more likely to get more views. Entertain. So this one is just like this video that I shared here is more of an entertaining video, like behind the scenes, maybe more of a funny one. I know Bill and the team posted a blooper video of Media Day. Those are fun to watch. And so some things that aren't always real estate related, but are more for entertaining purposes is a really good thing a way to engage your viewer as well. Make it shareable or savable. You know, things where you're adding value, or you're giving a lot of like, you know, let's say you posted a list of things to do to prepare for a loan. Maybe that's savable, right? And you're saying, hey, share this or save this with someone that's looking to buy. This is the list of documents that you need, blah, 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 whatever it is. And then the last one is make you likable and relatable. And so relating to the viewer, or you know, showing up where they will want to engage with you, I think is important. Any questions so far? I know this here was a lot. You guys can unmute and ask or comment or not.
No, I think all the information you're giving is great. So thank you so much.
Perfect. I have like a list of, I got like a free resource. And again, like everyone wants free resources. I pulled a free resource from a content creator of like a list of 50 hooks. I can throw that in the Slack as well. And so when you're going through and you're thinking of these ideas, maybe you go through this list and you say, oh, this is a nice hook. And then you link it to what kind of content you're trying to share. So I can also put that in the Slack if you guys want. But good, thank you. I'm glad this is helpful. So sharing. Yeah.
I just have just a random question. Like, how do you come up with your like ideas of like what you're going to talk about for your content?
Yeah. So sometimes it's R&D, right? Like you're seeing people share certain pieces of content that you find valuable too. Like I'll do that. Sometimes like if I find a motivating quote, or I'm always shooting content. So if you look at my photo album, I just have like a whole bunch of random, like I have everything, like 80% of my photos in my photo album are for potential like for content creation, right? So if I'm doing anything like putting out open house signs or working on my laptop and I feel cute that day, or I'm running errands or I'm driving and I think of something to share, I'll just record. And so having a batch of content to use, because for me personally, when I don't have a content calendar, but that's really helpful for some people where you actually lay it out and you plan like what days you're going to shoot content, what topics you're going to do. That's helpful for some people. For me, when I feel inspired, I feel like there's something that I want to share, I'll take note of it, like I'll write it in my notes app. And then on a day where I feel like recording something, I'll record it, right? Or if I hear a trending sound or I like a piece of content, I'll just like put it together right then and there. And so, yeah, so sometimes you can use ChatGPT to, figure out how you want to create a content calendar and actually schedule what you're recording. Or when you're inspired or you see something that you like and you want to do, take note of it so that at the time when you're ready to record or create it, you're not thinking of like, oh, what do I do? What I do? You just go back to the notes and say, oh, I'm going to do these two things. And you just record it. And then maybe you edit it yourself or you send it to the team editors and they throw captions on it, throw a trending sound on it, and you're good, you know?
Yeah, I want to before we skip over what you just said, I think is really, really important, and it's building a habit of creating a list, and like that in itself is hard. Like talk about building a habit of creating content, like you just said, like how do you keep track of like what content to put out there? The first thing to do, you got to start creating a habit of like jotting down your ideas, or else you're going to get writer's block when it comes down to like media days, or you're like, okay, I need to shoot video and I'm going to shoot it. If you don't have ideas, then so that's where it's just building that simple small little habit. I know it sounds easy because all it is like literally just like, oh, here's an idea, and opening up your notes and then writing down like that little idea. Like it sounds really easy, but it's actually really hard because we're not used to it. But like just one a day, right? Turns into two a day, turns into three a day. Like the I'll give you like guys my ideas of like, just the time when I come out with the best content are literally like when I'm at the gym listening to podcast. Like I don't know why, like I don't know, my mind is just like I'm listening to podcasts, I don't even know what the podcast be saying. Cause like I don't know, I'm just like listening to something and my mind goes, it's like reading a book. I can't read books. Like it just like my mind goes off to, but it's like I come up with ideas. If I didn't write those ideas down while I'm at the gym in between sets and I get back in my car, I'm gonna forget those ideas. So I've created and I've gotten mad at myself a couple of times to where I'm like, damn, that was a really good piece of content, but I forgot what the hell that was. And so like I've now, because I've got mad at myself because of that, now I made it a point to where I make sure to write it down like fast, like oh, that's a good idea. Boom, like something quick and easy. And so like that's voice memo, exactly. But like I think it's really easy. We all have phones, we all have notepads on our phones. It's like just pull the notes up and label it video ideas, and then just like that's, you hear something or you say something or you get an objection from a client or whatever, like that, write it down. Write it. Like if you don't write it down, it's not going to happen. If you don't put it in your calendar, it's not going to happen. Same thing. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
So sharing success stories, for me, before real estate, I started doing this with weddings, and like that's just a success story for me. Like when I realized that I can actually book, I was doing a wedding venue and wedding coordination. And that's when I first started doing like reels for weddings and stuff. And I actually booked a majority of my weddings from Instagram. So that's when I learned that you can run a business, you can do so much on Instagram, and it's free. It's totally free. And when I was doing weddings, I actually wasn't even running any ads at all. It was all just organic, and I still was able to book weddings. And so I took that into real estate, and just like getting more comfortable with posting things, what you offer, like whatever it is. When I go back to my old videos, I'm like, ooh, a little cringe. But you know what? It's like I'm like 500 posts in. Who? No one will ever look at those posts that I posted last year. It's all past and done with. And so, my first social media paycheck with real estate is when it just clicked in me, and I was like, I'm doing this for real. Like I didn't know that it would work with real estate, but it really did. And I got my first it was from like a reel that I posted, and they saw it on TikTok and they reached out to me, and they ended up purchasing about a few months afterwards, and they were a new couple, and we're still in contact. Like they comment on my stuff, I comment on theirs, and we're still connected on social media. And so when I started to actually see deals close from social media is when I was convinced that this is not just for fun. This is a part of my business, and I took it a lot more seriously. And yeah, I just always was growing and trying to think of like what other ways can I stay creative and engage and provide value and connect with viewers. And you know, even when you go on Instagram, you can maybe follow some content creators who share how to build your Instagram, because there's so many of those. And so I learned a lot from that too, like how to do a reel, even how to find trending, how to do captions and stuff. It was all like learned through other content creators. And so that's R&D. Like I just learned it from them to see what works, and then I incorporated into what I was doing. And so taking it seriously, like it truly is a part of your business, is important. And then I feel like I already know you. Like I've had this comment said several times, because like Bill said, those silent followers, like once you get on a phone call with them, they already talk to you like they're friends with you. Especially like you get on a phone and you sound the same, just like you did on your reel, right? And you're like, hi, like, so tell me, like, what's your plan? What's going on? Someone was like, yeah, I saw a reel that you did. And I was like, which one? And she told me, and she's like, yeah, I saved it. And I didn't even know that. And in my mind, I'm like, wow, like everyone posts about that, right? But to her, it was like, it was new. And so she referenced like 4 reels that I did that provided impact for her, to her. And I just got another Instagram lead, and he's actually pre-approved for over $1 million. And when I got on a phone call with him in the car, he DM'd me, and then I said, "Can I call you?" I get on a phone call with him, just a quick casual conversation with him, and we talked for like 20 minutes. And he sighed and he was like, "Oh, I've been working as a realtor for almost 2 years, and you just gave me more information than any of those realtors have ever given me." And I was like, "That's like, sorry to hear that. Like, but yeah, you're gonna get more once we meet in person. Like, why don't we grab coffee, you, me, and your wife, and we'll sit down and I'll actually go through the buying process with you." Right? Because at that phone call, I'm just asking questions like, so what have you been doing? Like, where are you trying to buy X, Y, and Z? And then we grab coffee, and I went through the buyer's consultation with them. And again, he was like, "This is so much value. Like, thank you so much." And so I'm still nurturing that lead. I haven't closed that one, but that's just another success story, right? Like of connecting with people online that feel like they can reach out to you, and they're going to reach out to you once they're comfortable. And then on this right side, the SOI, your sphere of influence, is so big. Like when you're posting things and you're letting everybody know that you're in real estate and you're active and you work hard, and you know kind of what your work ethic is and what you're doing out there in the field, like that's where your friends and your family, they're going to think of you. And so staying in front, not forgetting about your sphere of influence, I think that's one really easy way to get in front of the people you know, because I'm not the best at calling through my phone book and being like, "Hey, remember me? Like I'm in real estate now." Like I'm really awkward with that. It's very hard for me to do that. But doing it on Instagram, I've had people who I haven't talked to in over since college. That's like 10 years, reach out to me and be like, "Hey, what do you think about, X, Y, and Z?" And like we can just get straight to it because they know, like, I'm like ready to go. And so don't forget the power of your sphere of influence and posting it just so you can let everybody know, like, "Hey, I'm in real estate." And then when that time comes, they will reach out to you.
Yeah. A key thing to hit on that is, leverage the people that you're working with right now to get more. That's why we do welcome home videos. That's why, posting videos or pictures of doing buyer consultations, like everything that, like the listing videos, like that, there's reasons why you're leveraging something to get more of something. And like, that's where it's like I'll give you guys another quick story, just what Hannah just did. Like this happens over, like if you guys see results, like it's not magic. It's just because we know it works until we do it. And like, it takes time to see things from things that you do. But like, I'll just give you guys another example right now. I just got a text from Drew on our team, just got a deal in contract, got an offer accepted. This person came in through a DM, came in through my Instagram, and they've been working with somebody for over a year and a half. And this lady, the guy didn't want to. This is the I don't know if they might be listening to this live on Facebook, but this is so the guy, the husband, was working with their best friend. That's a realtor, right? And they've been working with them for over a year and a half. Super loyal. Like you can't get past a best friend. But the wife knew me from school and like saw the results. I always post results. I post results. I post results. People like to see results. I'm not telling people what I do. I'm just showing them what we do, right? And like that's where they saw how many offers we get accepted. They saw how many deals that we do. That person reached out and was like, "Hey, man, I'm not sure. Like, how are you getting offers accepted?" And like it didn't even start like that's how the conversation started. It went back a couple DMs back and forth. I had a phone call with them, and then we ended up started working with them. They finally decided and gave in to work with us, and we just got their offer accepted after in 1 month of them like firing their old agent and working with us. Like it's people are watching you and they're watching the stories. They're watching the start to finish. They're not looking at they don't want to just see the result. Just talk about like imagine how many people that they would see like like from the buyer consultation. Oh, I just got a DM. This person's looking at buying, right? The next post is, oh, I just met with this person at a buyer consultation. We went over a game plan. Oh, boom. Put a screenshot of a pre-approval. Oh, look, they just got pre-approved. Now you show videos of you showing homes to that same person. And now record your video of you getting an offer accepted and then them getting super excited on the phone and you recorded all of that. Now you're at the inspections. You're showing the inspections. And now you're at the closing table. They're signing their paperwork. And now you're taking, with the key at the title company. And now you do a welcome home video. Like, do you imagine, like, if you do that for every single one of your clients, like, people are watching all of that. You're showing people how you work without actually working with them. So leverage what you're already doing.
Yeah, very good. Mindset behind content creation. Let me move this. So I kind of already talked about this, but importance of authenticity and transparency, building trust, provide value. And the third one is, experiment and continue to grow your, like what you do, try different things, create and be confident. I think that the viewer can really see if you're confident or not. And, I think that goes a long way when you at least appear to be confident and you're talking with that energy and a smile and the lightness, and you're showing people that you enjoy what you do. Like, I don't know about you, but when I see someone like that and I see them talking with a little bit of passion or confidence or conviction or excitement, and they love what they do, I lean in more. And I'm not like, oh, they're just saying that to say it. They actually mean what they say. And when people feel that, they feel like they can trust you more. So confidence is so key, so big. Who cares what people think, y'all? Like, just be you, get into it. This one is just kind of like questions. Again, if you want to screenshot this, like these are just kind of thoughts that I know that I've, thought of as throughout my journey of just posting and putting myself out there. So yeah, these are just pretty self-explanatory, but you could screenshot, give it a few seconds, screenshot that. This middle one, who do you want to attract? I think is, an important one too. Like, what is it that, like, are you trying to just have a lot of followers and get viral, or are you trying to attract local people who actually can turn into leads, right? Are you trying to attract people in the Bay Area? Are you trying to attract sellers, buyers? So you're gearing your content towards your target audience. And so that one is also important too. What if you have a certain, like, I don't know, demographic or area that you're going to target your content. Like if you only want to do, Concord, Maybe you're doing more Concord related things or San Francisco or whatever it is. So focusing on who do you want to attract and how you want the viewer to perceive and understand about you, that will determine like how you kind of present yourself on the screen. Oh, that's it. So, I mean, I think a lot of us are already following each other on Instagram, but yeah, that's it. So any questions, y'all? Yeah, Ashley, just you can just say it.
Hey, Hannah. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
hi.
like getting myself all set up. So, I'm kind of curious. Um, I know a lot of people kind of have like the whole myth behind like, oops, sorry, like, damn, what I do? You know, like for followers and things like that. Do you think putting any monetary investment behind getting more exposure on your Instagram and your marketing and things like that, do you think that's something that somebody should be, doing along with coming up with some type of creative plan behind what kind of content you're going to put out?
Yeah, 100%. Like Bill always says, you got to pay to play. I think that, yeah, running dollars behind some of the reels. So if you go to Media Day, one of the things that, I would do is share, posts, you're going to record some professional looking videos, right? So that's where you maybe do an introduction and you're like, hey, this is Ashley, like I'm Bay Area native and I sell real estate, da 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 da. I'm always available. You can always call me, DM me, follow me, and let's connect and I'll help you. Doing like a few of those videos on a media day where you just look your best, as professional, and you're doing a call to action, like you're telling them exactly how to contact you. So now when they click on your profile, they're going to find a Calendly link, right? Hopefully, or your website where they actually can message you or direct DM you or find a way to contact you directly and say, hey, Ashley, can I meet with you? I want to buy houses here. And so having that from Media Day, having a call to action, having a way for them to contact you and then running an ad behind it, I think is so important. And you can just keep running it. Like if that ad does well and you're getting leads from it, keep running it. And yeah, I would say when you do Media Day, like film several of those that you can run an ad behind. So if it's like, hey, it's selling season, right? It's a great time to sell your home. These are the reasons why. Contact me. So blah, 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 blah. That's a great one to run an ad behind, right? Or like, a loan program or something like that. So yeah, I definitely think you should put money into it.
Hannah, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you find trending sounds, trending music? What's the best way to do that?
Yeah. So, when you go into like Instagram, I'm trying to see.
Because I've tried and I can't figure it out.
Yeah, when you go into Instagram and you find a song that has like a little arrow that's pointing upwards, then it's gonna be like that's gonna be a trending sound for you.
Do you guys have this on your Instagram? So like I found this button, not even gonna lie, like the other week. And I was like, man, I never even knew about this. But like this is like on your Instagram, on your profile under business tools.
Okay, there it is.
Trending audio. And then you can save it. See, I learn things new every week, man. Sometimes I was like, that button's probably been there for a long time.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
One thing to note with the trending audio is that sometimes you can't run ads on them.
Yeah.
I found that out recently.
So sometimes when like let's say you add a reel and like you add this, you click on a music icon at the top, it's gonna pull up music for you. And then from there, oh my gosh, from there you can see like an arrow right here. Like right in front of the song, you'll see an arrow, and that arrow is a trending sound. So like that's the easiest way that I just pull a trending sound is I hit the music icon at the top, and then a list of songs show up, and if there's an arrow on it, it's a trending sound. And so it's just like, I don't know, it's just like, and then what Bill said is really easy.
I think it like here's another thing too to think about. It's like, man, it's not about what's trending also. Like who's you? Like what's your music? What do you like? Like so just to give you guys an idea what I think about music is like what kind of video am I going to post? And I try to match the song, the title of the song to that video. Just to like give you guys an idea. So like it doesn't music is music. Don't overthink it, guys. The music.
I agree.
If you guys are over here thinking about you got the lottery scratcher and you guys are gonna post a video that's gonna go viral, don't think that. Like maybe potentially you might be a lottery winner, but you know, man, just post. Just don't overthink it. Like a lot of people get caught up. Be like I get myself caught up too. But like I've seen my wife do it too, where it's like, man, you'll get stuck posting a video because you're like looking for a song for 20 minutes.
That's why I stopped looking for. I used to look for trending sounds, but now I just hit that audio and then just pick one that has an arrow, as long as it matches like the vibe of the video. So if it's like an upbeat, fast video, you want an upbeat, fast song. But if it's like a little storytelling, maybe you want more of a slower instrumental in the back, things like that to match the vibe. But yeah, if you guys don't have like CapCut or InShot, those are two really like good, strong video editing apps. I use InShot, but sometimes that's worth it to have just because then you can like quickly edit. And now I can edit like a full on video in less than like a minute, right? It's so you get so used to it, and then you can send it to the video editors to add captions and leverage the team editors.
I have a question. What app do you guys use that, you know, when you're talking in a video and the words pop up in the video, what app is that for?
You can
What was that?
caption.
Oh, caption? Okay, thank you.
But you could also just use the Instagram. Instagram has its own editing, so you could add captions.
It comes up, there's an option to show like when you're talking through the video and then the words pop up in the video. You could do that through Instagram.
Yep, and TikTok.
Huh. Maybe we just need to do a class on how to run Instagram.
Anna did that like man months ago at our All on a Creek office. Yeah, we could. The thing is, look, you guys, just do it. Like it's not gonna be perfect. Your videos are not gonna come out the way you guys want the first times, but you gotta put the reps in. Like, it's Hannah, how long did it take you to edit your first video the first time you downloaded CapCut?
Took a minute. Like, and yeah, I do pay for it because when I didn't pay for it and it had the little watermark at the bottom, it said InShot, and Bill was like, can you just pay for it and remove the watermark? So, and it was like $20. So it's definitely worth paying for InShot. It took me a minute to edit it, but now like seriously, it takes so short.
But so like that's where I was trying to get to, where it takes a long time to learn. But like once you learn, now it happens a lot faster. Now but you got to get through that hard, just like anything that we always talk about.
Was $20 like a one-time thing or like monthly?
I think it was a one time because I like
or annual.
I haven't been paying for it again. So
okay, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no watermarks, you guys. I don't want to see the TikTok watermarks on Instagram. Come on, you guys. We're better than this.
Yeah, like when you're doing home tours and then you throw it into CapCut or InShot, and then you're just like quickly editing it, where you're taking out any like slow things, you're speeding it up. It's gonna make your reels like a whole lot more entertaining and engaging.
I'll leave you guys off with this, because this is a big thing that I always see, and it's been a thing where we care too much about what others are gonna think about when you post it. Like the thing is like especially like listing videos, or you know, maybe you post something that somebody else posted or whatever. Look, your friends and family and your tribe, people that are following you, Hannah could post the same exact video that I post. Like my friends and family don't see Hannah's post, guaranteed. Realtors see other realtors post because algorithm, they all show each other's realtors. We all know that we all like realtor stuff, right? But like consumers don't see all of these realtor people. We see all the realtor people. So that's where you guys you got to blind that. Like, who cares that other realtors see what we post? Like, your friends and your family, the people that are going to do business with you, don't. So think about that. You got to say, fuck it. This is you. This is your brand. This is your company. Can't care
I
about
want
what
to
it
ask about ads when it comes to I could see a really Meta is like really powerful with running ads. Like when you're targeting it, how are you selecting the criterias?
Hannah, yeah, you're running ads. What are you doing right now?
I do it for East Bay. So I just do it like it depends. Like if I'm running an ad behind like a listing video, I'll do like East Bay. I mean, usually it's East Bay. I have like 2 or 3 saved target audiences, and then it's like a mile radius, male and female. Like I open up age, and then yeah, I think on one of them I've selected like some topics that they're interested in, but
What you guys are trying to do is you're trying to build a geo brand, not geo brand, geo farm. So we all know like how you got to build a farm, pick a neighborhood, continue like that's the old school approach, right? Like you guys want to do the same thing with your social media and build out that farm. It's going to be so much bigger because what you guys are going to want to do, and like so first thing, Google or not Google, go into the Drive, our team Drive, search running Facebook ads and geo farming because we have a lot of a lot of recordings around this on how to do it. So I don't want to go too much in detail, but the biggest thing is like you want to start getting your content out there as fast as possible to start getting people to engage because once you guys have a couple thousand people that engaged with your content over a month, 2 months, whatever it is, now you're going to be able to retarget just those people only over and over and over again. And you're going to continue to build that geo farm up. So that's where, like, I would say your goal should be to get at least 10 to 15,000 people in your geo farm. Because imagine posting a video and reaching that person every day and they see you every day. 10 to 15,000 people. You can't do that with mailers for the price that it costs for running Facebook ads. And that's how you're branding yourself. It's just like billboards. It's guerrilla marketing, just digitally. And now you guys have to jump onto Google because you guys could do the same thing on Google and do YouTube videos. And the way you guys are running ads on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, you guys could do the same thing with your YouTube videos. So just to give you guys a quick on what I do real fast is, so for buyers, I do just, so for buyers, I learned this from Facebook. So you guys could actually, once you guys start spending money, you guys could actually have classes with them and do one-on-ones. But I have had quite a few one-on-ones with them. And so now I do a huge radius, the entire Bay Area, like basically even on the peninsula, the Marin side, because a lot of the people that are coming from Marin side, peninsula, I advertise East Bay homes, right? East Bay homes, like all those homes for sale. The people that I'm attracting are people obviously are attracting to come over this way. How many people are on the peninsula or the Marin side that are coming over here, right? So for buyers, I target probably 35-mile radius, if not more, throughout the Bay Area, and I leave everything off. I don't do targeting. I don't do Zillow. Like that, you could target like Zillow and you know, people that are looking at homes, first time home buyers. I don't do any of the detail targeting. I just do the location, and I open it up. You're attracting somebody that might not even be interested yet in buying a home, that hasn't even gone on Zillow.com yet, but they're thinking about buying a home maybe in the future. So like you're capturing those people. For sellers, I only do the East Bay. So I only go from my area. I don't go past Oakland. I go all the way up to Vacaville, and I go to Brentwood. And I just target the hell out of those people over and over again. And then when I make a really good video that I see that's like has really good engagement, I'll run a video and you could retarget those people that have already been watching your other content. So the retargeting is what you want to get to, but you can't retarget if you don't have anybody yet. So get people first. And the way you do that is cast a really big net. Because there's a lot of people in this world that don't like you, but there's a hell of a lot more people that will like you. And those are the people that you're attracting. And those are the people that you're going to want to work with. So put your stuff out there to find the people that are wanting to work with you, that like you and trust you.
Ashley?
My last question, I promise. In your opinion, Hannah, what is a realistic starting budget that you would suggest agents kind of use for their marketing? And with you mentioning you went from a few hundred followers to a few thousand followers currently, what would you say are the top 2 or maybe 3 kinds of marketing tools that you're using, whether it's running ads or whatever, that have helped you gain more exposure and convert more leads or followers?
Yeah, I think when I first ran an ad, I did like 20 bucks, 20, 30 bucks. Like it just depends on, your budget, how much money you feel comfortable putting behind an ad, and understanding that just because you put money behind it doesn't mean you're going to get a deal right away, but like just trusting that it could work and there's a possibility you might find a client that way. So putting it that way, I think ads and then just consistency, like really. And what's interesting? I think just recently Instagram changed their algorithm again, and they're showing your reels to non-followers more right now. Like I've been getting a lot more non-follower reels. So actually today's a great day, y'all, to start posting, because you might actually have your reel get in front of non-followers, right? And so just make sure it's engaging and stuff. But consistent ads, consistency, and just like diversifying your content, making it more fun, entertaining, not boring and static, right? So just making it, something that people want to see.
Invest in yourself, you guys. You guys close a deal, don't spend all that money. Put it back into your business to make more money.
Hey, Bill, I got a question real quick. You were mentioning again about target marketing. When you get these people to look at your videos, how do they actually become your target? Do you have to put them into your system, or does the algorithm just do it automatically? How's that work?
Yeah, the algorithm is going to do it for you guys. And then you create a custom audience. So Facebook, Instagram, and all those are keeping track of everybody that's watched your stuff, liked your stuff, clicked your stuff, all that stuff.
Hey, Bill, can you start a mastermind about starting your own YouTube page? Because constantly when I'm turning YouTube on the weekends, I always see your ads on my wife. Like, hey, isn't that your team? So you're always showing up when we open up YouTube.
Dude, we got a lot of videos and recordings on that, man. Google that in the drive. We Google. We'll do one for YouTube, but like for right now, like just go in the drive and just put YouTube ads, and then you'll see a whole bunch of videos that we've done on teaching how to run. You could also, what we talk about, GTS. Google that shit. You want it, you're gonna figure it out. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, for your captions and everything too, like ChatGPT for captions and then making it your own.
Yeah. Shamir could help you build out your YouTube page and stuff. We went over that on our other thing too, our other masterclass. But we do have a masterclass coming for running ads. So that is already on the calendar boards.
That's awesome.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you all. Thanks, Hannah. Appreciate you. You guys got some good value out of this, I hope. Hopefully you guys got motivated. I posted. I want you guys signing up for Media Day and showing up, and not having only 2 of us wanting to do Media Days on a Friday last minute and then we got to cancel. So, man, let's stay consistent, guys. Let's get some videos out.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Peace out,
you.
guys.
Hannah.
Bye, everyone.